Hey guys, it's Ty here. Happy Saturday. Happy State of the Collection, September 2022. I'm so excited to share the watches that I currently own with you guys. The last SOTC video I made was in March of 2021, and there have been some changes. Some watches were sold and new ones came in. So I just want to take a moment and give a heartfelt farewell to the watches that I don't own anymore. So that includes the 2007 Rolex Kermit that I owned for about 3 years. That one has been sold. The 2020 Rolex Datejust 36, had that one for about a year and a half. That one was sold as well. And the 2007 Rolex GMT Master 2 Black on Black, that one was sold as well. I had that one for exactly a year, actually, November to November. So I do miss those watches. I would like to get another Kermit in the collection in the future, but I have other watches that I want as well. So I had to make room for new acquisitions. So anyway, guys, we're going to start the video with going in chronological order, but I thought just for fun to make it different than my other SOTC videos, I will start from the newest watch that I own and kind of go back in time to the one that I've had the longest. So let's go ahead and start with a watch I've owned for only 2 months now. This is the Oris Okavango Rescue Mission limited edition of 2011 pieces that my girlfriend bought me for our anniversary in July. This is my only green watch, my only pilot watch. Absolutely love this textured dial. It's supposed to represent the meadows in Okavango, Africa, where they do the rescue mission. And it's just gorgeous. It's super comfortable, 41 millimeter. And it just looks unlike any other watch that I own, which I really, really appreciate. So I'm still getting to know it, but I love wearing it. I put it on this Omega NATO instead of the straps that it came with, just to make it feel a little bit different. And it was a great summer watch. I really have been enjoying wearing it since July. So next, my friends, we have a watch that I purchased at the end of June of this year. This is the Submariner Date 216610, the 41 millimeter that I bought in Miami on vacation at the authorized dealer there. And this was a surprise, as I've mentioned before in the first look video. I didn't know this was waiting for me there. I just went to visit her and she ended up pulling this out from the back of the store. And it's incredible. I love this watch. And I love that it fits differently than the other Submariners that I own. It does have a little bit of a larger feel, I guess. I mean, it's a sub date, you know, you can't go wrong. I say it every time, but I really do feel that way. I have decided, guys, that I will not take this one off the bracelet as I do with every other watch I own. I put on a NATO, leather, rubber. This one I thought just for fun, I won't take it off the bracelet, and I don't own a 21 millimeter NATO or strap, so I figured that's a good excuse to keep it on here and just keep it as a bracelet watch. So absolutely love this timepiece, and you know, still getting to know it, still enjoying it. So we'll put that right there. All right, next we have my Daytona. So this is the 116520, I believe, that I purchased at the end of December, just before New Year's, and then I received it the first week of January this year. And this was my grail for a long time. I wanted a white dial Daytona. Again, as I've mentioned, I tried one on in 2017 in Miami, and they were asking $12,500 for it. I don't know why I remember that price. I remember thinking it was so much money at the time. I didn't have the money, so I didn't end up buying it. But look at that dial. This has truly become my most comfortable watch. I only tried that Daytona. I've never tried another Daytona, and the case design, the bracelet, the way that it fits on the wrist, to me is truly epic. It's so comfortable. So this is my only chronograph, my only white dial watch, and I absolutely adore this timepiece. I wear it almost every night. After dinner, I do a little evening switch, like a watch addict, and I put this one on and I wear it for the night. And I think that it might be my new favorite watch. I'm not totally sure, but I do absolutely love it. All right, guys, next we have the big boy. We have the Sea Dweller 50th anniversary. This one is from 2019. And this is the largest watch that I own. It's the 43 millimeter Sea Dweller, and it's actually the only Sea Dweller I've ever owned. And as you guys know, I had a Panerai for about 3 or 4 years, and I really did want another big watch in the collection. I was looking at a deep sea. I really wanted the James Cameron, but I just felt like this one might be a little bit more wearable, and I didn't have a chance to try either on the wrist. So I thought, you know what, let's go with this one. This is probably my most worn watch in the last 6 months. I have it on the bracelet. Shout out to a good friend, Pudge, who was surprised when I said I actually didn't think the bracelet was that comfortable. It actually is pretty comfortable, but I just prefer it on a rubber strap. I also bought 2 Omega NATOs, 22 millimeter ones, a green military one that I love the look, and a gray one. So I actually kind of prefer it off of the bracelet just for the fit, but this watch is awesome. I really, really love it. And I love having the weight and the heft of it on the wrist. Just an awesome watch, just a great watch. I really do enjoy it. And like I said, probably my most worn watch in the last few months. So, all right, guys, let's keep going. Next now we have 2 watches, the Sea Dweller and this Tudor that I bought within 2 weeks of each other. The Sea Dweller I bought at the end of November of last year. And then about 2 weeks before that, my AD called me and said that the FXD came in. This is the MN21 version, which I think will be a collectible. It was only made for about 6 weeks at the end of 2021. My only titanium watch, the only blue dial watch that I have, my only Tudor. So I love the distinctions between the different watches that I own because, as you guys can see, I have a lot of Rolex that are kind of similar. So I like having something that is different. 42 millimeters, super comfortable. This is really my go-to everyday work watch that I love wearing, day after day. And the FXD model, as you guys know, is pretty different than the regular Pelagos, including the Pelagos 39, though this is a no date like that one. But I absolutely adore it. The entire bezel is loomed. The loom is amazing. The fit is great. And just as a side note, guys, if you watched my 6-month update of this watch, I did talk about the NATO it came with, that the Velcro didn't work, or the Velcro type material that Tudor makes didn't work very well. And so I've been trying for a few months now to get a new strap, a new NATO from my authorized dealer, and he hasn't been very helpful. So last week I sent an email to Tudor Corporate in Geneva, and I sent it to 4 different people there, and I don't know these people, but I just kind of put my predicament down on an email and asked them for replacement. And I actually got a call at work yesterday from my authorized dealer, and he said that Tudor Corporate will be sending a new NATO to the store, and he'll let me know when it comes in. And to be honest, guys, he sounded pretty shocked. And I was shocked. I can't believe that there was actually a response. I didn't get an email from them, but just the fact that they read my email and they're gonna, send a new NATO. So I'm super stoked about that. So dreams do come true, and if you keep going with something, you might get the results that you want. So anyway, love this watch, and like I said, I wear it pretty often to work. I really enjoy having it at the office. So anyway, guys, next one. Let's keep going. Rolex, another Rolex. We have my birthday watch. This is the Submariner 16610 from 1998 that I purchased last March to commemorate 10-year anniversary, in a sense, of my mother buying me the exact same watch in 2011 for my birthday that I owned. Well, not this exact watch, but the same make, model, and year Rolex that I used to wear every day, 24 hours a day. I used to sleep with a watch from 2011 to just about 2015, late 2015. And then I had to sell it when I moved from San Diego, California. I needed the money. So I've been trying to replace that watch for 10 years now. And I finally got this version of it, which I could not be happier with. When I showed it to my mom in person, she actually had a tear. She actually was really emotional and said she was so excited that I had it back in the collection. So she also collects watches with her husband. So she was really happy. So love this watch, guys. It's my go-to sort of grab and go. I actually prefer it on the NATO, but and leather, but it's really my go-to. Submariner, the fit, everything to me is absolutely perfect. I prefer these older classic Submariners in terms of the fit than the newer ones. Absolutely love it. I love the look of this watch. Put it right there. All right, guys, 3 more to go. Next, we have my GMT Master Pepsi 16700 from 1989. As you guys know, this was my grail since I was a kid. I had a friend growing up and his dad had a Pepsi. I think it was an older version, like a 1675 that he wore all the time. And I remember maybe at 11 or 12, I used to wear swatches. I would look at his watch and think, one day I'm gonna get one of those Pepsis. I love the colors. And I did in August, the very last week of August 2018, I bought this Pepsi and I went to Miami and I bought it. You guys know the story. And I would say it's still my favorite watch. I adore the other ones, but every time I wear this timepiece, I don't want to take it off, to be honest, guys. I feel like this is all I need. Absolutely love the GMT Master. Shout out to my good friend Mark, who inspired me to start changing the bezel inserts. So I actually have an original Coke bezel from, I believe, the 90s and an original black on black bezel insert as well. And so you can see there's some scratches kind of over here from the tools. When I first started doing it, I didn't know you had to put tape on there or to cover it in some way. But that's okay. This watch will be with me forever, hopefully. And it does make such a difference on the look when you have a Coke bezel as opposed to the Pepsi or even the black on black, which is my girlfriend's favorite for this watch. And I also bought an original Jubilee Rolex bracelet from the 70s that I put it on as well, which again changes the look of the watch. But this one I adore. This one it's still my favorite, I gotta say. So absolutely love it. Put that right there. And the no date, the Submariner 114060. So again, about 2 or 3 weeks before I bought the Pepsi, I was in Frankfurt, Germany at the airport, finishing up a 3-week European trip, which was amazing. And as you guys know, I saw this at the authorized dealer at the airport. They had this one and a black on black GMT Master 2. I wish I would have bought both, but this was my grail no date sub. And this one sort of lives on the rubber strap these days. I don't really take it off the rubber strap, just to differentiate it a little bit. Absolutely love it. I prefer the no date dial. It's clean, it's iconic. It harkens back to the very first 1953-ish Submariner no date. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I love this watch. So I don't wear it that much these days, but when I do, I always have that same feeling of like, do I need any other watch? This one does everything, for me at least. Absolutely love it. So put that one right there. And then the very last watch that I've actually owned the longest, is that true? That might not be true, but it's my G-Shock. No, I think I bought this in 2018 on a trip to New York. I think it was 2018, but I don't remember if it was before the other two. But anyway, guys, this is my beater. I wear this whenever we go camping. This is my go-to. I wear it around the house if I'm gardening, if I'm doing stuff with the car or the truck. You gotta have a G-Shock. I've always said that, gotta have a G-Shock. I love this black on black version. It's a little bit different, and it does make me think about that wonderful trip to New York, which I think the video is on my channel somewhere if you want to take a look at it. But absolutely love my G-Shock. Can't go wrong with a G-Shock. So guys, this is the collection as it stands. I'll put that right there. Looking ahead, where am I going with this? What are we gonna do? What's happening next, right? That's kind of always the question as a collector. As you guys know, I collect sneakers as well. I also collect comic books and art. So it's sort of like, what's gonna be next? For me, I'm looking at an Explorer 2 white dial, 42 millimeter, the new one. That will be my next acquisition. I don't know when it'll be coming in, but I'm thinking probably in the next 6 months or so. So that's real. I really want an Explorer 2 in the collection. I had a Polar dial 40 millimeter one, if you guys remember, that I sold. So I really do want one back in the collection. I do like the larger 42 millimeter version that they have. Besides that, guys, I don't have anything else on my radar. That's really the one that I want. Of course, I would love to get, like I said, a black dial version of the Daytona, but that's not going to happen for a while. I love the green 41 millimeter Oyster Perpetual. Maybe when the prices come down a little bit, if they do, I'd get one of those. Other than that, I think I'm really, really happy and very grateful with the collection that I have. So anyway, guys, share your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think of the collection. Thank you for sticking with me for 15 minutes plus. I usually do much shorter videos, but I appreciate you watching, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and I will talk to you soon.